Esophagus is going to be down here underneath the trachea because the cut those strings. So yeah, I mean, because the trachea is, the larynx is right in here, and then we go down to the trachea, and then this tissue that's just deep is going to be the esophagus. So it's right up against the trachea on the dorsal side. There's still the cartilages of the larynx.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay, that's what I was saying.
So
Those together. Yeah.
If you come over here, we've got to cut through these muscles. Get rid of those.
Internal nares, is that just literally those? Okay.
Well, external nares would be here, and then internal would be like when we leave the nasopharynx. External nares are like here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then internal nares would be just
those.
Right here when we come out of the from the back of the soft palate. So internal nares would be right back here.
Are they in the nasopharynx?
Well, it's the end of the nasopharynx. So again, you talked about that earlier in lecture, so that obviously we can have food here in the oral cavity, and then the air is going to be coming here and delivered way back here at the end of the soft palate, so that there's no obstruction. On the ventral side of the larynx here, there's a pair of big cartilages on either side. They get a little bit discolored sometimes with the muscle tissue, but this big cartilage on either side here would be the thyroid cartilage.
Okay.
And then back here, there's still some muscle tissue covering it, but can you see, I mean, I can put the scalpel right here and then right back of it there. So there's a ring of cartilage right here. There's the front of it and there's the back of it before we get down here into the trachea. So that little rounded cartilage right there is the cricoid cartilage. So thyroid is the big one.
Okay.
And then cricoid is the ring just behind it. And then what happens is you go dorsally, the thyroid cartilages come over here to the side and stop.
The what?
The thyroid cartilages are just ventral. They come over here to the side and stop. But what happens to this ring, this cricoid ring here, is that you come over to the side and then dorsally it expands. So that when we go over now to the dorsal side, actually just cutting away some of the esophagus there, but anyway. So your epiglottis is there, right? And then this slit right here, that's the glottis.
Okay.
That's where we're going down into the larynx. And we're going to cut through that in just a minute, but let's see if I can. These muscles really adhere to these areas.
So this is the arytenoid cartilages are dorsal, and the other ones are ventral.
Well, the cricoid
are all the way.
is both ventral and dorsal. The thyroid is just ventral, and then the arytenoid is just dorsal. If I can get at it here. Yeah, there's that slit-like glottis right there. So if you go on either side of the slit-like glottis, there's a little piece of cartilage right in here, which is the arytenoid. And it's all paired. But so the arytenoid is right here versus the cricoid is back here. And the cricoid is it's going to be posterior. The arytenoid is this little anterior piece
into the sides
on the
of
dorsal side. Yeah, on the sides of the glottis.
Where are the cricoid?
Right back here. So all of this hard cartilage back here would be cricoid, and then The little piece up here would be arytenoid, and again, it's paired. They're on both sides. So then here, if I flip this over a little bit more, now I'm going to cut right through that slit-like glottis, right there. Okay. So we'll see the glottis. Okay, and then when I pull this over, do you see that sort of white, fleshy piece of tissue?
Yes.
Bottom?
Right.
Yeah, right in there. That's the true vocal cord. Again, there's one on each side.
Wait, where is it?
The white.
Oh, that. Okay.
And then just this free little edge up here is the false vocal cord. It's going to be attached to the arytenoid.
Arytenoid.
Right.
So does that make the walls of the glottis, basically, or the false?
Yeah, they're real
Kind of
close to
close
it,
to each
right? So, yeah.
Trachea is just.
And then, yeah, the trachea just comes down from that. Typically, we cut out the thymus gland because it's lying in here just anterior to the heart, and when we start uncovering all of these blood vessels, it disappears, really.
So you're saying no function.
And it's, well, and the thing is, the thymus gland, it's very prominent in younger cats, but then in older cats, it becomes, tissue begins to degrade, and we have a lot of fatty tissue in that area and so on, and so it